What's your favorite here? Is it? What else do you come get here? What do you come get in the mornings on Saturdays?
I get breakfast sandwich.
Welcome to the Prep Reporters, brought to you by FFNnetwork.com. We're here once again at the City Lunch here in Lincoln, North Carolina. With us today is Michael Christopher from the Lincoln Times-News, sports editor there. And I'm your host, David Summey, and like I said, we're here at the City Lunch where you can get a $3 combo, hamburger, hot dog, and a drink and a bag of chips. So come on down and enjoy lunch here at the City Lunch. So, Michael, last week Lincoln County had a few games, big games in it. Lincoln and played West Lincoln and stuff. Tell us a little bit what happened in Lincoln County with their games last week.
There were some big games, big county games. As you mentioned, Lincoln and West Lincoln. We thought it was going to be a close game between the two squads. We thought maybe West Lincoln's defense was going to have to play well, and they had some turnovers that hurt their chances. Lincoln got up very quickly in the first half, 19-0. They used their special teams, they used their defense, and just kind of cruised and got a nice lead in the first half. In the second half, again, got their defense playing well, and you know, with the injury to Caleb Neal at quarterback position for West Lincoln, they just, you know, were kind of one-dimensional offensively. The one positive for West Lincoln was junior running back Devin Travis is now the only Lincoln County tailback with 1,000 yards on the season. So that's congratulations to him. It's a great accomplishment for the program, for him, and so that was one of the positives. Another big game was East Lincoln pretty much took control of the conference with a big 49-6 win over Cherryville. They, you know, lead the conference now. They're 3-0, 2 games to go. Looks like they're going to probably wrap it up. Again, a similar game like the Lincoln West, where special teams, defense, everything was going for them, and they needed to play well. I believe they had a couple of injuries to key tailback Austin Culp, so that may be interesting to see this week how he's holding up. And they've got everybody to where they think they're ready to go to the playoffs and be a possible #1 seed. And the other game was North Lincoln and Bessemer City. I was at that game. Bessemer City's defense, you know, we talked about it here, has been playing great all year, but it was the offense that was the story. They had 547 total yards of offense. Really just Jalen Adams and Xavier Lowe, the quarterback, really got things going, 2 scores each, and the defense played well, as it does always. So, you know, that North Lincoln team struggling with some injuries. Bessemer City, you know, he continues to play well with its defense, but now you got to watch out for its offense.
So I was about to ask you, do you think that offense can keep that up, or was that just kind of a product of playing maybe a lesser team that wasn't, you know, quite as good, or you think that's something that they can build on and, you know, keep it up for the rest of the year and go out to state playoffs?
Well, I think that this game was a game that they needed to play well. With the 547 total yards, they did it with their run game, they did it with their pass game. Most of it was, I believe, 400 yards or so was the run game. It's important they get that going. It's important they get that phase going. I talked with Coach Boone, and he said that, you know, all year the defense has been their backbone, but this year the offense has stepped up, especially in this past game, and maybe they're starting to get on a little roll and get things going.
Nice. So this week coming up, I know North Lincoln is at Lincoln and West Lincoln is at East Lincoln. How do you see anything special in those games? Anything you can see be a problem for Lincoln or East Lincoln?
No, I don't anticipate any problems for either of those teams. You know, obviously East Lincoln, like we said, is winning the conference. Lincoln right behind them. It's important that Lincoln plays well against this North Lincoln defense, and like we said, North Lincoln is just having some struggles. Excuse me. They also have a good quarterback, though, at Andrew Stidham, who's second in the league in passing, over 1,000 yards passing. So congratulations to him. I think that North Lincoln's probably going to air it out, and Lincoln knows that. Lincoln's going to keep it on the ground as far as offensively for them. But this may be a game where you see them start to pass, start to get that part of their game working. And as far as East Lincoln, they're playing West Lincoln. Again, they had that great game against Cherryville, and I look for them to maybe get their run game going because they've been more of a pass-happy team. And so I look for both of those teams to win big.
All right. And Cherryville's at Vesper City. Anything you need to know about that game, or pretty much going to be the same for BC and just kind of walk over Cherryville, you think, or?
Well, like you asked me about the offense, I think the offense gets going again. Has another good week. Their run game will get better, I think, this week, especially playing a team against Cherryville. But the defense needs to consistently play good because, as we know, Cherryville's Thomas Best quarterback can get away from you, and he can change a game instantly with just one play. So the defense needs to play well for Bessemer, but their offense needs to keep going forward.
Alrighty, and I know last week also there was a few surprises down in Gaston County with Ashbrook pulling the upset, big upset on Forest View, and kind of slowing that momentum that Forest View had going and everything. And then also you had Hunter Huss going up to Crest and knocking off Crest, which has always been typically a big power in that conference. And you might see a little bit of change in the guard, maybe, who knows, but. That's two big upsets last week in that conference.
Yeah, they were definitely a surprise to some of us, but maybe not a surprise to those coaches. We talked about the Forest View game and how we weren't sure if they were going in a little overconfident, and that could have been the case. Ashbrook had been struggling this year, and they must have got up for this game, and they must have wanted it, and it came to fruition. I mean, it was just a great game played by Ashbrook. I didn't hear much about the Crest Hunter Huss game, but I know Marshall Williams had a pretty good game, so he must be back, must be playing well. And I don't know what happened to Crest. Have you heard anything?
No, I mean, they've dropped two in a row. One to Forest View, and then last week, dropping it to Hunter Huss. So just Gaston County's, whooping up on the big boys from Cleveland County right now. So, all right.